Okay, I've got a test for you, not for me, but for you. Obviously, I'm just scrolling through some of my test shots taken with the lens that came in today, the 300mm f4.5 with the fungus in the two fungus spots in the front element, one of which was somewhat significant. Of those of you that have primes and zooms that have intersecting focal ranges, say you've got some zoom that goes to 200, and you got a 200mm f4 prime. I want you to, if you can, test this on your own, and you can actually see what renditional distortion is. And of course, it's a criteria that no other place will give or define a lens. Nobody ever notices it until they compare it with an identical shot from a prime versus a zoom. Now, it is talked about, very vaguely. You really won't find any information about it on the web. But anyway, this is yes, obviously it's the most boring picture on the face of the earth, but I was just testing out the lens and, verifying as I did and would know that the large fungus spot would never show up. But I want you to look for something, and I want you to look for sharpness between the two pictures. And I don't want you to look for color saturation, of which there will certainly be a difference. Obviously, a prime has better color saturation. I want you to look for something else totally different. I want you to look for foreground and background separation. Instead of foreground and background being like this in a zoom lens, where obviously everything is, it was like, well, it's a lovely picture, yes, but let me give you something other to compare it to. It's like someone that's been eating army cheese their entire life. It's like, well, that's great cheese. Like, oh yeah, well, here's a nice block of fine French cheddar. Oh my God, I've been eating crap the whole time. This is this is really the case when it comes to zooms or primes. People are like, there's something about this lens. He took the same shots I did and the same exposure. The color saturation is kind of the same, and he's got the same dynamic range in the shot, but there's something intangible. I don't know what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. It's renditional distortion. Okay? So, about zooms, crude analogy, I call it iron face, where the actual foreground and the background are meshed together just like you took an iron. You just ironed everything flat, foreground and background. He was like, oh, that doesn't exist. Well, don't take my word for it, okay? Just take out your prime and take out your zoom if you got the capability and see what I mean. Take out the same shot, same ISO, stick it on a tripod if you want. You don't have to, shit. Hand hold it. It doesn't have to be that technical, okay? Don't ignore sharpness, ignore color saturation, of which there will be a difference. And watch as this goes into this, okay? Zoom, prime, okay? Now you can't see it here because I don't have anything to contrast it to. I didn't take another shot at the same time today. I was really busy. But do you see the separation, how you actually have clear renditional separation between this car and the actual grass in the background? You actually are actually able to see that it is rendered as separate in distance. Now this is the nature of dielectric capacitance. This huge 300mm 4.5 that I showed you earlier today in another video has only 6 glass elements in it. Okay, now some of the other zooms in the 300mm range, we're talking 16 up to 24 plus elements. So we're talking 3, 4, at the very minimum, 3, 4 plus times as many glass elements. And what that does is it hamburgers the light. The nature of dielectric capacitance, even the best glass in the world, I don't care if it's Zeiss, I don't care if it's an acid glass. It's all the same. The best glass in the world. Now there are different grades of glass, but it doesn't matter. Glass is glass. Taking absolutely pure glass makes no difference. It's still a dielectric capacitor. And the way it actually operates on the light doesn't matter how. This lens is old too, by the way. This lens will blow the crap out of any current zoom lens, okay? Color saturation. Will it have as good a transmission? Does it have as good a coatings? No, but how much is the difference? Very minimal. Very minimal. But this old 300mm f4.5s, older than most of you watching this video, will blow the dog crap out of every current zoom. Okay, it'll blow the crap out of it. Even though it has inferior coating, okay? Even though the glass is very, very slightly, okay? You really have to go very far back to talk about inferior glass. I mean, back. but it will still blow the piss out of every current zoom. Now you can't see it here because you've got nothing to contrast it to. So don't take my word for it. You take your zoom out, and you take your prime the same focal length. Okay, take a shot. Remember, don't look at sharpness, don't look at color saturation, only look at this versus this, okay? Only. See if you can train your mind. It's like, I'm not looking for sharpness or color or composition, I'm looking for this versus this. Yes, this is an extremely boring test shot, but that's all it's meant to be, is a test shot. But this is a 6-element 300mm 4.5, and it is older than most of you watching this video. Older. Oh my god, there's no way that old freaking lens could do such a great... Yeah, there is. It's a prime. It's got a lot less glass in it. Oh, but it doesn't have a superior glass. It doesn't have nano coating. It doesn't have superior coatings. It'll still blow the hell out of your zoom that was manufactured yesterday. Oh, you're so full of it. Go out and prove it to yourself, okay? Think I don't know what I'm talking about? Fine. Don't take my word for it. Go prove it to yourself, okay? Thanks for watching, and I will catch you cats later.